Let's round it out with Stanford. Listen, Stanford football has been really painful to watch the last couple of years. David Shaw finally stepped away. The team only returns 5 starters this year for Troy Taylor's group. And I'm really, really just thinking Stanford's in for another painful year. It's truly anyone's guess who could win the quarterback battle. They've got 4 guys battling for it right now. You read around, it looks like Ari Patu, the 6'4" mobile quarterback. He's a junior, is the favorite to win that. They do have EJ Smith, Emmitt Smith's son, at running back. But last year he had 6.9 yards per carry, which is good. He only had 30 carries though. He was always banged up, couldn't stay on the field. Ben Yorsick, 49 catches, 445 yards last season. Troy Taylor's offense likely is going to run through the tight end, so Yorsick could have a much bigger season. You could honestly say that you could get close to doubling those stats for Ben next year. The defense, they bring in Bobby April III as the defensive coordinator. His whole motto is to reinstitute the party in the backfield. He wants heavy blitzes. He wants tackles for loss. He wants multiple sacks every game. I don't know that they're going to get there this season, but David Bailey is kind of the leader on the defensive line, 7.5 tackles for loss and a sack and a half last year as a freshman. And then they bring in Gathan Bernadelle from Florida International. He's going to lead the linebacking core, is without a doubt their most talented linebacker. I don't really think this team has a strength, unfortunately. Too much unproven, too many new spots to fill. I mentioned only 5 starters. And then you just kind of pointed a position group, and you could say that's the team's weakness. I think 2-10 is realistic for Stanford this season. You look at their schedule, and it's tough to imagine them getting a conference win this season. I think they could beat Hawaii and Sac State, where Troy Taylor comes from, actually. But then, I mean, point at a conference game and tell me where they're the better team. Maybe they beat Cal at home. That's kind of the one that I think you could maybe point to, but it's going to be a rough year for the Cardinal.
Yeah, you pretty much said it. I mean, that's exactly what I have them at. I'm at 2-10. I don't have them winning a conference game. It's tough, right? It's tough when you lose a coach that's been there for a long time, but obviously Shaw just wasn't working out, and it's rebuilding, right? You're in a rebuilding state. The line is 3.5. I think you can pretty safely go under that one. And yeah, I just picked Cal to go and beat them. So obviously I think 2-10 for Stanford. You're right. There's not a whole lot of strengths in this team. There's not a whole lot of places where you look at this team and say, yeah, they're going to be great at that. I think if you're going to hang your hat on anything, you have to hope that EJ Smith is going to be healthy and that he can just kind of be the guy, right? If he can be the guy, you could find 3, maybe 4 wins if he's just going to come out of nowhere and kind of be, the absolute stud that, we're all kind of expecting him to be. But if he can't stay healthy and if you can't really put him through that much work, it's hard to see what they do on offense that really gets them more than 2 wins on the season.
Gracious, how about that?